Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Man, it's been a minute since I made a video, but the weather here has been terrible. It's been freaking freezing. We've had snow and everything. Today, it's a little decent out. I think a little sunny. About 40-some degrees. It's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow, so maybe we'll get the old Slingshot out and take it a ride. But I just wanted to update some of the new upgrades we're going to do to the sling, and some of the things I'd like to do, and talk about summer trips and stuff that we've got planned and this and that. But one of the things I was supposed to get today, and it did not show up, was speaker adapters that allow to put 6.5-inch speakers in the stock, the Rockford Fosgate pods here, and the pods down here on the lower right there. It's supposed to be an adapter that you can put 6.5-inch speakers on. I got them from Universal Audio Solutions, and the post office was supposed to deliver them today, and just typical, like everything else, nobody can deliver nothing on time, so I didn't get them today. But I got some these Untouchable Sounds. Untouchable Sounds, it's the Prince series, 6.5-inch speakers. I've heard good and bad about them. I might have been better off just buying some kickers. These things, they ain't cheap by no means, but they say they sound really good, so we're going to give them a shot. Like I said, I'm not upgrading the amp in this thing or anything like that. We're leaving the stock stereo. I just want a little bit better speaker, just a little bit more sound coming out of it. I don't need no big banging system. Like I said, when we started this whole project, if it wasn't for comfort, storage, or safety, that we didn't need it. So now I'm kind of leaning towards going and doing some other stuff to the slings. Like I said, you know, hey, the stereo has kind of a comfort thing. You kind of get the sound when you run, you know, down the interstate, 70, 80 miles an hour or whatever, you know, so you can get the hear some music and all that stuff and all that. I don't know if I think I've said it. We did do the tall windshield, the F4 windshield. That's a +7, I do believe. I still have my Clockworks windshield, which I like really well. And, of course, bullet point mounting solutions, man, you can't beat that. I added another mount. So the wife has a place to put her phone instead of just picking it down here in this pocket. So we did that, and I moved the mirror up a little higher, hoping to be able to see a little better and all. The last thing I did was the fender. I put the on it, which I like, but I hate this license plate mount. I had the little shorty one that went back here, but it says it won't work with the fender to hit the fender. I don't like this, but I bought this, I think it's Metrics from, I bought it from Sling Mods, but it mounts, if I can get it out of the bag, it mounts right down here. Well, the problem being is with the fender, this spacer mount right here, the bolt thing slides through, and you can't put it in there with the fender. So it sits in there kind of like that right there. So if I'm going to use this, we're going to have to do some modifications to this. I think I might be able to invert it somehow and maybe make a spacer and get it to bolt up on there or something. I don't know. But keep following along. We all do videos on installing these speakers and installing this license plate mount. And another thing I got to do is a little lock on the storage compartments behind the seats. Mine just fell out. It just fell out or was never there, one of the two, because I can't find it. So Polaris warranted it and sent me another piece. So I've got to pull the whole storage compartment out of the back of this thing to put this little lock in. I don't know if it's even worth it. I mean, because the lock ain't much, but it does kind of deter stuff. You know, if you open it up easily, you know, if you can't open it, maybe people will leave it alone. I don't know. So we're going to be tearing the seat out and putting the lock in and all that. And while the seats are out, I've been looking at the Polaris comfort seats. I can't find any reviews about them. If you guys have the Polaris comfort seats in your sling or anything, put it down in the comments. Let me know how you like them. If it sets you up higher, moves you forward, or anything like that. But we're planning. Last year we took right around 3,600 mile trip on this thing. This year we're planning on like a 4,000 mile trip. So the stock seats aren't bad. I mean, you know, they're okay. We didn't have any problems going on that 3,600 mile trip. So, but I would kind of like to have a little bit more comfortable seat. So like I said, I've been looking at the Polaris seats, comfort seats, and then there's a couple other sling mods. I just don't really like the looks of them. But the Polaris seat looks all right. So may be upgrading a seat. Like I said, we're planning a 4,000 mile trip. We're hoping to do it and probably knock out 5 more states that we have not been in yet. So hopefully we can get that done. And we ain't really done a whole lot of anything else to the sling. But I mean, it's like I said, man, if it wasn't for safety or comfort or storage, we really didn't need it. So I'm to the point now to where I kind of want to do a little bit of modifying to it, kind of do some odd and end things. I'd love to do some suspension work, some sway bars, stuff like that. But man, that stuff just gets so expensive, and it's like, why change it right now if I don't need to? Like on my Harleys, that's the first thing you had to do. You had to change the seat and change suspension, handlebars, and everything else on a Harley. I mean, that was just a given when you got it. The suspension ain't that bad, stock. I mean, it would be nice to have a little bit better suspension, but been looking at different ones, and I thought about doing an exhaust system, but I really don't like the exhaust systems that come out the back, and they all come up right here and hang out the back. I really don't like that. I think it's Thermal R&D Works or whatever. They got the ones that comes out the side here. You can put them right down here and it comes out the side. I like the idea of that, but the only thing I don't like is losing 2 inches of ground clearance. So I don't know if it'd be worth it. And plus, I don't want to avoid that warranty. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this thing, we got 10,000 miles on it now, something like that. By the end of this year, we'll probably have close to 20,000 miles on this thing. Like I said, this replaced my touring Harley, which I still have the bio bike. I still have my little bobber and all that. The bio bike's all covered up over there, and bobber's still there. The bio bike is up for sale. I may put the bobber up for sale instead of finishing. I may just put it up for sale and just get it out of my life. That's a fun little project, but just got a lot of other things going on, and I just don't really have time to get out here and work on it. And I've got everything to finish it except for a brake light. So everything is here to finish it. I just need to do it. But maybe this spring I'll get out here and work on it. I don't know. But man, if you guys have got any long trips planned or anything, put them down in the comments. Tell me where you're going. We're talking about going all the way out to Montana and Wyoming, going through Yellowstone, Beartooth Highway, Chief Joseph Highway, doing all that stuff, maybe cutting down into Utah. Of course, we'll go through the Grand Tetons and cutting down into Utah, and maybe come back into Colorado and do Pikes Peak and all that. But we're all going to do it. We're going to do it in the Slingshot and stuff. Hopefully I got my technical issues all worked out to where I can actually edit my videos. I like this video I won't edit. This is what it is. I did it on my phone, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. But let me know what trips you guys have planned, and let me know if you guys have had the Polaris comfort seats in your Slingshot, because like I said, I'm kind of leaning towards changing seats. Don't really need to. Those seats are actually still pretty comfortable. They don't bother me, but it'd just be nice to have a little bit more comfortable seat, because like I said, 4,000 miles, you know, pretty good long haul and all that. So anyways, guys, appreciate you guys sticking around. If you're new here, welcome. Keep following along. Hopefully I will get some other videos posted. I've got some content that I need to put out there that I just had trouble with my editing software and computers and everything else, but hopefully we got that all worked out and that shit. But anyways, until next time, you guys all take it easy.